Hi, my name is Jackie and I'm studying mechatronics at the University of Waterloo, and this co-op I'm working at the STEAM project. So my favorite project for this semester I'd probably say was the balancing cube I was working on. So for my balancing cube, the whole idea is I'm using three reaction wheels, which are kind of three weighted wheels in 3 dimensions, so in an XYZ dimension, to balance a cube on its corners. Using the momentum from the wheels in sort of an inertial manner to counterbalance whatever side it decides to lean on. So the inspiration was a YouTube video of a similar project called the Cublii, where it was a really sophisticated cube with lots of components. It was able to do more than balance on just a corner. It was able to bounce, roll, spin, that kind of stuff, and I kind of wanted to do just a very basic form of that. So the largest challenges were definitely electrical and software. So for instance, with the hardware, it was difficult because there are kind of limitations to what we can give out to students so far as batteries and stuff like that goes. So powering 3 DC motors, you need more batteries, more power than you would normally be able to get out of just regular AA batteries or such like that. So what I ended up doing was just using multiple battery packs and switching out from using a regular 9-volt battery, which doesn't have a lot of capacity, to using several AA batteries, which would improve the lifespan of the project. And then with the program, that was really difficult, just coming up with the algorithm that balances and kind of understands what's happening with all the sensors. That was really hard to tune and work on.
Tell me what it felt like to overcome those challenges and make this project a reality.
For instance, with the code, that's something I worked on for quite a while. It was 2 or 3 weeks of basically looking at the same few lines and just changing the smallest details. And then when you see that that final result, what you finally want in the end, it's unreal. After 3 weeks, you're why is this happening now? You're not even sure what you did right, but it's working now kind of feeling. Yeah.
What have you learned about yourself while working at the STEAM project?
What I learned is I can't stay on a single task for too long. Even with the balancing cube project I was working on, I noticed that if I worked on the code or the design for longer than 2-3 weeks at a time, I started to kind of the productivity kind of decreased. So I'd have to move on to just a smaller task for maybe a couple days or a week, and then if I went back onto my original project, then the productivity would increase.
If you were to give a future co-op student at the STEAM project one piece of advice, what would it be?
One piece of advice, I definitely say to seek help among your peers, because you're working with multiple other co-op students who have a lot of experience themselves and a lot of input that they can give, and you should definitely be using that resource to the best of your abilities.